Yo, yo, RX back with another recap of UFC 325 Volkanovski versus Lopez 2. We back with another recap of our second card of the year that was crap. This was worse than 324 somehow, and I already didn't think highly of 324, so what does that tell you? This card was terrible, as fucking expected. To an extent, like, I thought it would be bad, but fucking Christ, I didn't expect it to be dreadful. This card sucked. To put it bluntly, it was not good at all. Most of it's gonna be forgotten within days. Most of it sucked, and it was just not a good card. I don't know what else to really say. It was just a lot of bad fights or forgettable fights that were just not great. A lot of bad fighters. Some things that few things that I and I'm guessing my others said all week that were proven extremely true during or after certain fights. And it was just not good. I don't know another way to really fucking describe it. It's just a bad card. Again, it's worse than 324 was. It didn't have its patty gauge to save its ass. All of it sucked, to be honest. And I don't know what more to really say. I thought this card was bad on paper. I expected it to be a little bit better than I thought it would be, and it's somehow much worse. I guess that the good side of that, it leads me not having to recap much. Bad side of that, it was still a shit card I wasted time watching, so it wasn't great. Not looking forward to recapping it, but at least it was one of the last times I ever have to fucking talk about it, so it wasn't great. Aussies, I'm sorry you always get garbage like this, and not looking forward to recapping those, but just gotta do it. Again, at least it's easy, because a lot of it sucked, so it makes my life a little bit easier, but at the cost of having to watch garbage for 7 hours. Not like Paramount wants you to watch anyway, how fucking broken half of their fucking the feed was for the prelims. But not a word of this. It's not good. Let's fucking talk about it. The last thing to say before we do is, of course, as always, the normal YouTube bullshit of course, please, as always, like, comment, and subscribe. 200 subs go by the end of 2026. And unless I'm ready to say something which I don't believe I am, called the card shit, did the YouTube bullshit. Think the only thing left to do in this shit is recap it. So let's do just that. 13 fights, most of them terrible. Aussies, you deserve better. I said this card was not good. It was worse than I said it was or was gonna be. I'll look forward to this. Like it out the way. We had a okay-ish card last week. Now we're in the shit territory. Can we get a good card, please? Oh yeah, we're in Apex next week. Fuck. Let's recap this shit. You ready? I know I am. UFC 325 recap. Don't want to do it. Gotta do it. Well, let's do it. Beginning with our first fight of the night, thanks to Aaron Tao being a dumbass. Our first fight of the night was the bantamweight finale for Road to UFC, not the flyweight. Good job, Aaron Tao, you dumbass. We now have to begin the night a fight that was the most fight of the night. It wasn't great or terrible. It was very, again, We had our first fight of the night, a fight I'm not gonna lie, I did not pay much attention to because I was watching Royal Rumble, and to be honest, between that and this card, I don't know which was shittier. One was disappointing and one was just bad. but this is what we're talking about. That being the first fight of the night to begin the night in the Road to UFC finale for 325, Lawrence Louis versus Sula Rangbo. Yeah, this was maybe it was a little worse for me, because I didn't pay attention to it much, but from what I do remember, I caught most of round 1 was kind of a blur, but round 2 and 3 I caught most of, where Rumble was on, finishing up, so, again, that was much better than this fight somehow, but, yeah, it's nothing, this fight was terrible, but it was far from great, for 3, it's pretty basic fight to talk about. Round 1 was very debatable. Rangbo landed some good shots, but Louis did really pressure him well. 50-50 round of, I guess no one agrees, but I think there's a case to be made for giving Louis the round. I gave Louis the round from the little bit I fucking paid attention to, but ow, I punched my fucking knee there. I guess in the end, it really didn't matter, because then in round 2 and 3, Louis just pressured and dominated Sula Rangbo, winning a 29-28, or 30-27 on my card, and take this with a grain of salt. I didn't pay attention too much, but even I could see from not paying attention much, at least in round 2 and 3, Louis won this fight easily. Don't know how people called this a robbery. This is one I will rewatch at the end of the year to see. It may have wait that long. It's just a fight I do want to rewatch in general, because I didn't get fairly pay attention to it. So maybe I will rewatch that tomorrow, today, whatever. But from what I saw, definitely looks like Louis clearly took round 2 and 3, and yeah, you get the upset and the win. Yeah, like I said with this fight, the odds shouldn't have been this fucking wide. I don't know why Rangbo was this big of a favorite. I thought there was a very high possibility Louis would be able to take it to him and beat him, and he did. The older fighter was able to take to the kid and kind of just put a pace on him he hasn't seen before and beat him. It was a very good game plan by Louis. Did he look great? Not really. He was kind of just a takedown merchant. But he got the win. He really took to Sula Rangbo and got the win here. Again, not a great fight, I would say. This was the worst of the 3 Road to UFC fights that on the card. In execution, it was pretty much just in expression round 2 and 3, Louis just stalking Rangbo or grappling him. So not the most exciting, but, they're much worse on this card somehow. And, yeah, good win for Lawrence Louis, good upset again. I never thought the odds should have been this wide. Rangbo should have never been this big of a favorite, and there's not me saying, in hindsight, I literally say this in the breakdown every fucking chance I get, that Louis should have not been plus 230 here. I said Rangbo should be, what did I say, minus 125 or some shit, something along those lines. I stood by that, and I still stand by that idea. The Rangbo I thought was the better fighter by a hair, but I never thought he was minus 280 worthy here. Louis is good. Rangbo is 20 years old. He's far from perfect, and he has flaws in his game we haven't fucking seen yet. Louis' flaws we have seen even in this fight we saw, but he was able to be the better fighter here because he was able to just really take it to the younger, more maybe anxious and experienced, whatever term you want to use, fighter in Sula Rangbo. So yeah, it was not a great fight, but a interesting prospect battle. Even though, again, I don't love Louis being 29 already, but I guess it's not the oldest. And, yeah, we got the win, big upset to be in the card, odds were fucking wrong here. And, yeah, not really much else to say there. Yeah, I don't know what else to really say. Louis just put a pace on him that he couldn't really do much with as he gassed, and Louis got the win. Couldn't start for the Aussies, the hometown guys. Wasn't a robbery at all from what I saw, but I will rewatch it to get a more fresh look at everything. And, yeah, pretty simple. To talk about the fighters, because not much else to say about the fight, beginning with the winner here, the new UFC bantamweight, Lawrence Louis. Now 8-1 at 29 years old, joining the bantamweight division. Yeah, I saw a lot of people say it, and I kind of agree after a performance like this, and even factoring in the road to UFC fights as well. Do you really see Louis doing the most in UFC? Especially at bantamweight, probably not. I don't think he's bad. I think he's better than a lot of guys that have in that division. But do I really see him being a prospect or anything like that? Not really. I think his ceiling being a top 55 guy in the division, and even that could be a bit of a reach. He has some talent. His wrestling is alright. We didn't see it in this fight. 'Cause I guess he really respected Rainbow's striking, but his striking can be very decent at times. But his cardio is not great. He was gassed probably even before Rainbow was. Again, we saw holes in his game in the Zhang fight. The dude's not bad, but to already be almost 30 to be having clear holes in your game and now joining a Shark Tank that's bantamweight, where the 40th best guy at bantamweight would be ranked in most divisions. That's a tough task for Louis, who again is not bad, but it's just, is he really ready to jump into that Shark Tank? I would say no as of right now, but maybe he gets 1 or 2 wins under his belt. Like easy wins, and maybe he is. We'll see. I'm not gonna say he's gonna be like, oh, he's gonna go 1-3 and get cut. No, I don't think that at all. I think, but when we look back on Louis in, let's say, 5 years, when his career is probably getting close to being over 34, 35, I won't be shocked if he's like 5-3 in the UFC or some shit like that. Like, he's decent and he can beat some guys, but I don't see him standing a fucking chance against the higher, even middle echelon of a lot of the unranked bantamweights. So he's not bad. He has some good skills, but also has some big weaknesses. He looked good here, put a good pace on an inexperienced guy, but I don't think that idea would have worked against more experienced guys. But we'll see. We'll see. He's not terrible by any means, especially for road to UFC level. He's actually better than a lot of winners. For other bantamweight winners, when I think Rinya Nakamura and Chang Ho Lee, I think he's much better than Chang Ho Lee, and Rinya, I think he's as good. So yeah, and maybe even better, to be honest. So we'll see if Louis, very interesting prospect addition. I would say he's the weakest of the 3 winners here in these finales, but he, again, maybe he just needs a little more time to get better, and he will be something special, so we'll see. I have my doubts, but again, I think his ceiling is like a top 55 guy, which for bantamweight's actually fucking phenomenal. And I think worst case, I don't see him being like a washout. I see him being like a 3-2 guy. So, but we'll see. Good win for him here. Good upset, even though again the odds shouldn't have been that wide. And home to the UFC. And then for the loser here, the young gun Sula Rainbow, really following his family members' footsteps, losing fights like Sumadarji. We have, again, Sula Rainbow. Good learning experience for the kid, 20 years old, who still has already has a lot of fights on his belt, but, you know, still to be this young and be here, good for him. But yeah, he needs some more time to develop. He's not bad. I think he's much better than Raul Rosas will ever be. But, yeah, he was just... Yes, we finally saw some flaws in his game. We didn't see those in his first 2 fights. Especially in the Zhang fight, that he actually looked really fucking solid. But in this fight, he just got a pace put on him that he couldn't really come back from and do much with, and he lost. And the moment got to him as well, or what the fuck ever, but... Yeah, I don't know. I think he'll get better from this. I think we'll 100% see him on road to UFC again. Probably would see him in another finale, and I would not be shocked if in 2-3 years, when he's 23, 24, if he's winning a road to UFC or in the UFC at that point. Fuck, let him on tough. You do bantamweight all the fucking time. Let him be on tough. So let the kid develop. I think with some development time, the guy could be decent. His striking in round 1 was looking solid. Louis just has a very good defense, so I think Rainbow will bounce back and get better from this, but yeah, take some time. I'd say should go back to the regional scene, get a couple like shitty wins over the next year or so, and then when he is 22, 23, 24, bring back to the road to UFC and see if he can win this time. So I think hopefully he doesn't crumble due to this. Hopefully he gets better, learns, and all of that, and we'll see. So not very much else to say there. And I guess the elephant in the room, with me at least, is, oh, why are you not this nice with Aguilali? Why call him a fraud? Because Aguilali lost to a shittier guy in the semifinal. He didn't make it to the finale and lose to someone good. So I think Lawrence Louis is much more respectable of an L than Bat Bayar. And yeah, so, and Solar Rainbow again at least made it to the fucking finale. So yeah, I don't know. I think the kid will get better and learn from this, and hopefully we'll see him in a few years when he's a little bit older. So right now it's just he's not ready yet. But yeah, there you go. That's about that for this fight. I'm not gonna do fight ideas for the road to UFC, guys, because that's a fucking tough one to try and predict. They're gonna probably feed Louis someone shitty. Probably when do they go out to Australia? September? No, October. So he'll probably be on that card. We'll see who he's fighting there. Again, I would be fucking amazed if they throw him into a hard fight right off the bat. He's gonna be fighting someone along the lines of fucking, I don't fucking know. Who's in that division? That's fucking terrible. A lot of guys. I don't know who won the bottom of the barrel motherfuckers there. So he'll get more development time and win that and look good. So I don't know. I don't see him doing anything really of note for a minute. Give him 1 or 2 can wins, not a legit fight, and we'll go from there. So not very much else to say for Sula Rainbow. Go back to the regional scene and get some wins and experience. We'll get a little older, and then we'll see you again. For Louis, I'll give UFC. Looked fine here. Not a robbery, but I'll watch it back and really confirm that idea. Yeah, I would love to do it before doing a recap, but there's no fucking way I was going to do that. But yeah, maybe I'll talk about it again on stream or some shit. But for right now, welcome to the UFC, Louis. Good win. I was right. The odds should have never been that wide. And pretty meh way to start tonight. Not the worst fight on the card, but far from the best as well. It happened, and that's about the best thing I can say about it. Fine prospect battle to kick us off. And then after that we got to probably the highlight of the night, I think I would have to say, because I don't know what else could really steal that award. I think this was easily the highlight of the night, and very high possibilities. This is the only thing you see in the thumbnail for this video, so that won't be, maybe we'll see how I think on that. But that's for later. For right now, to recap this fight, we have our second fight of the night, and the fight I hyped up all weekend. Yeah, I think it delivered to a pretty decent amount, being the highlight of the card. We had our second fight of the night, the featherweight finale. That was very good, high level and all that I predicted. And it was the best prelim, factually, I would say. We had our second fight of the night, Kaichiro Nakimura versus Sebastian Cesle. I hyped this fight up all week for a reason, and I would say it delivered 85%, 90% of my hype. Yeah, this was good. This was a very good fight. Predictable at first. It was going exactly as I thought it would. Sebastian kind of piecing up Nakamura pretty easily and winning the first 2 rounds pretty soundly, like he has his first 2 road UFC fights. But unlike his first the first one, the second one he got a finish, but the first one, this didn't really happen, but it happened here. Unlike his first road UFC fight, Nakamura was not quitting or was not, taking a step back around 3. He was the fresher fighter. Cesle was very gassed, and Nakamura really started to tee off on him around 3, knowing he needed a finish. And what about 3 minutes in, he finally, I'm almost cutting it really close, almost getting to the 4-minute mark. he did get that finish, throwing a beautifully timed knee up the middle when Cesare was throwing, I believe, like either shooting for a takedown or going for an overhand. And, yeah, sent him spinning backward, face down, ass up. A little bit of ground and pound later, and it was over. Nakamura with the fucking comeback win, knockout in round 3 to get the win, get the contract, and, yeah, fucking crazy. Hell of a fucking comeback. One of the weirdest knockouts I've ever seen, because I've never seen a crowd not really react to a knockout. I guess they were that fucking upset about it. But yeah, this was good. This was a good fight. This was definitely almost exactly what I expected it to be, but can't say I'm shocked Nakamura didn't go down and fucking kept going until he got the finish. Sebastian was doing his thing in the first 2 rounds, again, easily winning, not even a debate. But that round 3 hit, he was more gassed, and Nakamura took over, beat his ass, got the finish. Respect, very good high-level fight. A lot of guys would have just kind of tried to survive that round 3 and let Sebastian win. Not Nakamura, he went after him, got the win. Great fucking shit. Nakamura's really fucking good. Sebastian's really good, we'll talk about him in a minute. This fight was really good. Again, I hyped it up all week for a reason, and I enjoyed it. Oh, it's fun. Great knockout. What more can I really say? Again, probably gonna be the thumbnail of this video because it's one of the only notable things worth a damn on this card. And I enjoyed it. I really fucking enjoyed it. What more can I really say? The hype was worth it. It was the best prelim, and yeah. Not really much else to say there. Hell of a comeback. Let's talk about the fighters. Beginning with the man who made the comeback to get the win, down 2-0 against a great fighter. He came back and did his thing. The winner, Keiichiro Nakamura, moving to 8-1 now. 27 years old, our youngest winner of the 3 finale winners tonight. Yeah, this dude's good. With a little more time and development, like 1 or 2 can fights, this guy could be something at featherweight. He's really fucking good. Like, he was pretty much kind of froze for the first 2 rounds of this fight, but I really think that's just because Sebastian is really fucking good. When Nakamura woke up, he fucking woke up and just beat him. He got a beautiful knee knockout, just like his first road to UFC fight that really put him on the map. And, yeah, what more can you really say? This guy is a legit prospect, in my opinion. Very good. And, I'm very excited to see how fucking far this guy can go. A young, decent prospect. Again, if he can develop a bit more and get better, dude, this guy can be an issue. I really think this guy can be an issue. I think he has the highest ceiling of the 3 winners of the finales here. The guy's good. Do I think he's gonna be top 15 or anything? Probably not. I don't think he's gonna go that far, but I think he easily could be a top 30 featherweight. Dude's good. Dude's very good. Give him 1 or 2 cans to like build him confidence, get a little more fucking momentum and experience under his belt, and then let him see how he does against some more higher level legit competition. This guy could be good if he develops right and gets better. You know, have a real prospect on our hands. Welcome to the UFC. Watch out for that knee. And what a comeback. He didn't quit. He fucking went after him, got the win. Love to see it. But someone who did not love to see it is Sebastian Cesare, his opponent. Yeah, I unlucky. Very unlucky. I still think this dude's very fucking good. Hopefully he's the rare case of someone they actually keep around after the finale, because they've done it before with Jekasaragi, etc., etc. Those happened before. Hopefully it happens again here, because I think Cesare's really fucking good. He literally had Nakamura pretty much just frozen for the first 2 rounds. That's why he won it so easily. Nakamura really didn't have much answers for him. He dropped Nakamura in round 2. He was destroying him, but he gassed, and Nakamura's just really fucking good, so if they fight 10 times, and a lot of the time, Tesla will come out with a decision win. This was not one of those times. But he's very good. If he doesn't stay around, I think if he goes and gets like 1 or 2 quick wins on the regional scene, I think he could easily be like a short-nosed call for a fight later in the year or next year. He's good. He's not a spring chicken, 31 years old, about to be 32 in 48 hours. But this dude's good. Sucks for him, of course, but I think he'll bounce back. I think he's very good. I think we will see him in the UFC sooner than later, hopefully. And yeah, again, just got unlucky. But he's good, man. He is really good. I still don't think my take of him being the best fighter of the season's off. Obviously, now it's clearly Nakamura. But Cecily's good. And hopefully we see him again sooner than later. Again, you could put him on tough. You could put him for the UFC again, short notice, contender series, just sign him straight up now. Got your options. The guy's really fucking good, and I think he'll bounce back from this. He has the skill. Just got caught. I think he'll be back. And what else is there to really say there? So, pretty simple. And yeah, not really much else to say there either. Again, no fight idea here. Nakamura, again, same thing as I said. I'm gonna say this for all 3 guys, just feed him some cans. For Nakamura, I'm trying to think who could they give him, like, fucking, I don't know, insert name here, fucking, I can't think of shitty fighters right now. But yeah, I think Nakamura, can get some 1 or 2 free ones. They're going to Macau in March. I doubt he gets on that card, but I think the card in Shanghai in August is a very high possibility for him. I can't wait to see him fight again. I think he's really fucking good, and let's see him style on a quick can or 2 before giving him a real opponent. For Sebastian, again, I think one way or another he will make his way to the UFC. There's enough options out there, and he has the skill, so don't think it's the last we'll see of Sebastian Sisley. And yeah, great fight, great knockout, great comeback. Highlight of the night in my opinion. Probably the thumbnail singularity. Maybe if not, it's gonna be in that little box I fucking do. But it's probably gonna be the thumbnail. And great win for Nakamura. Sisley will be back. I hyped this fight up all week for a reason. I feel like it delivered it pretty much perfectly as I said it would. And yeah, very good fight. See how far Nakamura goes, being the best winner here, and see if Sisley can bounce back. Not really much else to say. That knee's fucking dangerous, man. And then we have our final road to UFC fight, one that actually over-delivered and was very surprising how good it actually was. This was actually a very decent fight, and match shockingly better than the Louis fight, and actually one of the better prelims in general, so I'm very happy they were to say that, because I thought this was going to be a dud, and in fact it was actually alright, as we had for the go-off ad. As we had in our final road to UFC finale, our 3rd fight of the night, this one at lightweight for that finale. The weakest road to UFC finale on paper, but one that's actually, again, over-delivered and was decent. We had Dom, Mar, Fan versus Sang, Yuk, or Wook, whichever one you want to go with, Kim. Now, this is the fight I was wrong about in terms of how good it was going to be. I was calling this probably the piss break of the finales and going to be a boring grappling match, da-da-da. But I was badly wrong here. This was actually a very solid fight. And, yeah, this was good. This was a good one, very shockingly. Easy to score, not even a fucking debate there, but yeah, this was fun. For 3 rounds, that's the wrong scorecard. For 3 rounds, Dalmor fan dominated Kim. Really no round you can really make round 1 you can make a small debate for Kim, but I really don't see it. I think this was pretty much domination. 2 and 3 for sure. Again, round 1 you'd really have to struggle to give Kim the round. His main offense was kind of just holding Fan on the cage and getting beat up in the clinch. For some reason, Kim kept trying to fight Fan. Fan and grappling and all that when that is Fan's best weapon, and obviously every time it went as well as you think it would. And yeah, he was really good and beat him there. Got beat up, cut up, bloody da-da-da, and got 30-27. Again, you would have to really push it to make, say, 29-28 for Fan. And I don't think really anyone's going to make that debate, so I'm not going to show my scorecard in their fucking .2, because it's exactly the same clear 3-0. And yeah, very good win for Don Marfan, mainly on the standing and striking. Again, of course, there was some grappling, but most of it was like either clinch work or just striking at range, which looked better for Fan. And yeah, good work, very good work from Don Mar. Kim showed up to fight, he just didn't have the skills, and Fan got better. Since the last time we seen him, looked good, dominated, won the contract, mainly in the standing, which is good to see. And yeah, not really too much to say there. The fight that I thought was the easiest one to predict was still pretty easy to predict, 3-0 for Fan, but again, Kim wasn't a complete pushover, and it was not a boring fight, so two good things there. Very fun fight, and again, you can easily make a case for it being the only good prelims, and yeah, I'd easily say it was a top 3 prelim, and I'd probably have it third. Very good. Happy to say I was wrong in the boring department prediction, and fun fight, very fun fight. Not very much else to say there. Clear, fun fight, and good one for Street Buddha. Speaking of that man, let's talk about him. Their final new UFC fighter through finale is Street Buddha, Don Marfan, 25 years old, even younger than Nakamura. He doesn't fucking look it, but he is. Again, he's another guy who looked really good in all 3 of his fights. With 2 dominations on show, another domination here. He looked good, did his thing, and yeah, what more can you really say? The dude's getting better, I will say, from his first fight against UG to now. The dude's gotten better. Striking, cardio is pretty decent. I would say he has about 2 rounds, 2.5. Wrestling's good. Clinch work's really fucking good. Yeah, his cardio could be a little worrying at times if someone puts a pace on him, and again, his striking is a little lackluster still, but it's getting much better. Again, it looked the best it's looked here, and yeah, he's decent. He's a decent prospect, even though I don't think he can do shit at lightweight. I think he can beat some shittier guys. Like, he could be a Jordan Levitt or someone like that, but I don't see him standing a fucking chance against a lot of guys as of right now, unless he continues to get better. If he can really build a good striking base, he could give people some fucking issues, and maybe he'll really be something in this division. I'm gonna say probably not more than just a top 60, 55 guy in a really deep division, but that's not bad. That's not bad at all. I see him like 2-3 years from now. I could see him being like 4-1 in the UFC. He's very decent. And yeah, hopefully we see him probably again, just like Louis, later in the year on the second Australia card. Dude's decent. Dude's very decent. The youngest of the 3, so again, that helps him, but again, I just struggle to see him being anything more than very decent. Again, unless he can really get a strong striking base, maybe he can really do some work there, but I think he's good. I think he's UFC level, but I don't see him doing a whole lot in a division as crazy as lightweight, but we'll see. He's young, he's getting better. We'll see with Street Buddha. Dude's very decent. Not much else to say. And then for the opponent, saying Yuk Kim, the loser here. Good showing. Yeah, he looked much better than I thought he would here, but still took the L. Yeah, like I said before, I think he really is kind of like a journeyman mid-fighter. He's not terrible by any means, and if he was in the UFC, he wouldn't be the worst lightweight on the roster, but he wouldn't be one that's really phenomenal either. His second attempt on the show and second time losing, he just got unlucky fighting Rong Ju and Dom Marfan. So maybe he gets a third try, we'll see. He is, 31? 32. He's not bad by any means. I kind of just look at him as like a journeyman more than anything, or like the mid. Maybe he has another shot. He's not bad by any means, and he did much better than I thought he would here. But again, I still say he's the weakest finalist here out of the few fights, and I just don't see much for him other than being very decent. I would say he would be perfect for PFO. I would hope it would be cool to see him get a good, or Ryzen. Was he in Ryzen before? Yeah, hopefully he goes to like Ryzen 1. He could do some decent work there and get some wins, and yeah, maybe we'll see him on Road UFC again. Maybe because he is a decent veteran, maybe they call him for short notice in a few years. We'll see. Good attempt, did better than I thought, but yeah, just fans better, and yeah, Kim's just pretty mid, not really, which is not an insult. He's fine, did better than I thought, but this wasn't his night. Just getting here is a fucking accomplishment for him, I would say, so good for him, man, good for him. And yeah, with that being said, not really much else to say. Fight much better than I expected. Dom Marfan looked good. What more can I really say? It was decent. I'm very happy this was not anything what I thought it would be. I don't mind being wrong sometimes. Kim put up better fights than I thought. Fans getting better on feet. Very decent fight. Respect to both. One of the better fights of the whole card. Better than most of the main card fights. And yeah, long good UFC fan. Kim, maybe we see him a third time on Road UFC. Maybe it's the charm. Either way, respect to both for having a much better fight than expected. And yeah, good way to close out the Road UFC fight. So a fight that was, again, decent. New fighter, new interesting prospect. Good showing by the veteran. Not much else to say. Good way to cap off the Road UFC fights. Obviously, no fight idea. Fan, give him a can whenever he fights again. Jordan loves it, sure. I know he has a fight booked, but sure, why not? And not really much else to say there. Good fight, boys. Great way to end the finales. But sadly, the good of that fight and all the Road UFC fights quickly gets ruined by our next fight, our featured early prelim, our first fight that we're gonna go through pretty quickly because it doesn't deserve much of a fucking talk about or recap because it was shit and bullshit at the same time. So I've said shit a lot this video. I'll say it a few more times, don't worry. And especially looking at this fight, that we have our featured early prelim, some more bullshit if there wasn't enough last week in terms of judging. We have in our feature early prelim the first of the much bad on this card, and again a very shit note to follow up the very decent Road to UFC fights. We have in our featured early prelim Khan Offley versus Yi Za. Yeah, I'm not gonna waste much time here. This was bullshit. I don't know what to say. Complete fucking robbery. Round 1, I will say Khan did win. I'm not gonna say he got shut out here, because I don't think he did. I think Khan definitely won round 1. Yiza did have a moment in round 1, but it wasn't really enough to take the round in my opinion. Then obviously he lost. But then in round 2, he dominated Khan, beating him around the cage. Clear 10-8 in my opinion. Dropped him like 3 fucking times and battered him for the rest of the time. If that ain't a 10-8, I don't know what is. And then round 3, very close round. If you can score that either way, I really don't have an issue with either score, or either guy getting round 3. But, with that being said, either way you score it, there's no world Khan Offley won this fight. Because they should have either been a draw or a win for Yiza, and more likely should be the latter. But, you know, the hometown judge bias struck again, and Khan got the bullshit robbery, somehow a much worse robbery than even O'Malley and Song last week. God, these fucking Chinese guys keep getting fucked over. Song and now Yiza. Stop robbing these guys, goddammit. Yeah, bullshit. Connolly's garbage. This should have either been a Yiza win more than likely, but I'd have been fine with a draw. I don't think anyone would have been upset about that. But no, can't do that. I gotta fucking rob it for the hometown guy. Yeah, this is gonna finish high on the robbery of the year list. I can already tell. Bullshit. Connolly's garbage. Yiza sucks as well. Let's not fucking get that twisted. But yeah, this was garbage. Both were fucking horrendous. And, yeah, there's no way Khan won this fight. Should have been a Yiza win or a draw. Hometown biased. You hate to see it, but it always happens. Not much else you can say. Robbery. Fucking Khan awful. His name fits for a reason. What a fucking joke. And what a joke way to end the early prelims. Start off alright, middle got pretty good with the Fan and Nakamura fight, and then it ended on a beyond sour note of that bullshit robbery. You know, good, bad, and indifferent. That is a good, bad, not bad, bad and indifferent. Yeah, not a good, fine enough mix, but not great by any means. You wanna know the sad part? It was probably the best part of the card. But, what can you really do? Besides, say, are the prelims any better? Fuck no. I'll get to them, shall we? As we begin with what was the best prelim of these four on paper, and shocker, it was an execution as well. Still could have been the featured prelim, because it was the best of the four. We had to begin the prelims, though, from whatever fucking reason it was this low. In the welterweight division, a fight that was very satisfying, even though both guys are shit. One guy looked terrible and the other guy is terrible. You can decide which is which, I'll tell you in a second. And then in our first prelim, still should have been a prelim headliner. The best of the next four, Johnson, McAuliffe versus Obon, Elliott. This is a weird fight. Neither guy looked good. Finish was good at the end, but neither guy really looked phenomenal. Both guys showed giant issues. Let's talk about it. Round one, definitely an Obon round. Had a really good round. Did get dropped, I think, late in the round, but I don't think that was enough to give McAuliffe the round. To give McAuliffe the round. Good if the judges agree. It was a nice knockdown, but it's literally the only thing McAuliffe did in the whole round. Into round two. Obon was piecing him up again. I'm not even showing my scorecard. It's simple. Obon was piecing him up again to begin the round for about the whole round. Eventually he hurt him pretty badly. McAuliffe clinched him. Obon for some reason followed him into clinching. They started trying to get the other down or whatever. Eventually McAuliffe did get him down, got on Obon's back, and then locked up the rear naked choke and won. Put Obon to sleep, did his stupid little pose on him, and got the win. Yeah, Obon Elliott's a fucking idiot. You have him hurt, you're destroying him on the feet, and you fucking clinch with you go along with his clinch, get taken down and submitted. What a fucking idiot. Let's not look past the fact that McAuliffe looked like dog shit. He was getting his ass beat on the feet outside of one knockdown in round one, but he got the win. So I can't really shout him too much. I still think and we'll talk about him more in a second, but yeah, I don't think he looked good in this fight at all. But he did what he had to do. He took an ass beating, finally got the choke, and got the win, so what more am I really meant to say? Yeah, Obon fumbled the bag here. A fight that looked like he was going to probably win 30-27, and that he gets choked out halfway through round two because he didn't know how to break a clinch, so what more can you really say? We pretended this guy was a prospect. Right, and so, I don't know, not really, too much else to say there. Decent fight, I'd say. This Fan and Nakamura were easily the 3 best prelims. This was really good. Caleb should have got a bonus for this, so should have Nakamura, but who knows how that works. And, yeah, good shit. Very good comeback from Caleb, even if he looked shit the other 3.5 minutes of this fight. And, yeah, pretty good. Not really too much else to say there. To talk about the fighters, beginning with Johnson McAuliffe, moving to 2-0 in the UFC now, even though, yeah, he's not very good. He looked like he'd never thrown a punch in his life here, throwing punches way off from where he's actually trying to hit, which was Oban. He was, again, way off. Grappling saved him, truly, because, again, his striking was piss poor. Called out Neil Magny, who I think would walk the fucking floor with him. Yeah, this dude's destined to get fraud checked. Again, Oban was beating him pretty easily, and if Oban wasn't a fucking idiot, he would have 30-27'd him. And, yeah, McHale's just not that fucking good. His kicks are his hands are pretty awful, and I was not impressed by the performance at all. Good rear naked choke, good comeback, but outside of that, let's not look past the fact he looked fucking terrible getting pieced up by Oban Elliott. And, yeah, really kind of, I don't want to say fluked, but lucked his way into a win. Good for him. He avoids getting fraud checked for another day. And, but I don't think he's going to survive much longer. If they give him a decent fight next time, I think, again, if they did give him Neil Magny, I think he'd get his ass beat. But, yeah, I'm not impressed at all. I think he looked terrible. And, yeah, dude, take a fucking striking class. It's not that hard. W taunting over the idiot. L's fucking striking ability. Still should have kicked Oban while he was out on the ground, but whatever. And, yeah, I think we had a fraud in the making. But tonight he saved his ass, so good for him. And then for the opponent, Oban Elliott, now losing 2 in a row. Yeah, we really hyped him up to be a prospect at one point. Now he's lost 2 in a row. Cole was an understandable loss. This is just like, how the fuck do you choke this away? Yeah, he's not good. He's truly not good. Obviously, I'm not gonna cut him yet because only 2 in a row, and they fucking don't dislike him. But yeah, one more L and he's fucking out of here. Well, I'm intrigued to see how they book him, if they book him to feed him a win, or do they book him to get him released and by giving him a legit opponent. Like, he showed here he can beat up shittier guys, and we always have saw that in his early UFC career anyway, but yeah, he's just not that fucking good. Like, even if we pretend he wasn't already fraud checked, if we're trying to compare him to other prospects, dude, he doesn't hold a candle to even guys like Jacoby Smith and fucking a few others. So yeah, fuck, I would take Ramiz Brahimaj to beat him. I said that in the breakdown, I say it again, I would 100% take Ramiz Brahimaj to beat him in hindsight. And yeah, he won't be shocked if he's on the roster much longer, unless they hand him a layup to win his next one. Highly doubt they cut him right now. I'd be more than shocked if they cut him right now. Not upset, because I wouldn't care, but I'd be more than fucking surprised he'd be signed to PFO that day. And, yeah, he's just definitely a fraud. Someone will definitely look back on it as like, oh yeah, remember the Chael Sonnen wannabe? Oh yeah, good times. So, not really too much else to say there. How a year changes. A year ago he was 3-0. A year later he's lost 2 in a row, and his seat has got a lot warmer in the UFC. With that being said, the only thing I have to say now is, for the first time, recapping probably one of the only times, because, God, I'm definitely not doing it for the next 2. Who should I fight next? A fight idea. I love doing it. You know, this is the main reason these fucking recaps are so long. Even though we're already 50 minutes in and we've talked about 5 fights. Don't worry, that'll change. But, yeah, fight idea for McAuliffe. Obviously, if they feed him, but they put him into like a legit opponent fight next, Jason get beat, I think they're gonna baby him a bit more. Not like a super layup, like they're gonna give him someone a step up, but I don't see them giving him anyone much better, like an Austin Vanderford. I wouldn't even be shocked to see him fight, to be honest. Someone along those lines. Like who's someone he could fight that's like respectable to an extent, but not like someone who's gonna easily beat him. Gustafsson wouldn't be the worst. I don't hate that. Ratke, I would actually probably pick Ratke to beat him. These are not respectable, we wouldn't do that. Yeah, I think these are way, like, Jeremiah Wells he would beat, but they're not gonna do that. They're not gonna throw him in, something like that. God, these rankings are bad. I don't hate the Andreas Gustafsson fight. I think that's an interesting one. A guy who did just get fucking fraud checked. I don't hate that at all. I'm trying to think if there's really anyone else like that I can really make a case for being a decent opponent. That who's like, again, like, I'm just not really seeing it, which is the issue. So Gustafsson might actually be the best opponent. I don't hate that. I really don't hate that. It's that or, again, Charles Ratke, but after seeing Oban piece him up, would you have confidence in him looking decent against Ratke? No. I don't think, and I think all these guys are a bit of a high jump up, so it just don't make sense. So, yeah, why not? Andreas Gustafsson, I don't fucking hate it. Him coming off getting fraud checked as well by Reinhardt. I'm not against it. I'm not against that idea at all. Would I pick Mikhailov there? Probably. I think. Maybe. I don't know. I'd pick that one. I think I'd probably be a pick'em, to be honest. Yeah, Mikhailov and Gustafsson. I wouldn't mind taking that at all. Yeah, let's do it. It's the only one that really popped out to me. Sure, that'd be a pretty decent fight for later in the year. Cool. Or even like an Apex card, Mikhailov, Gustafsson. That'd be fun. Book it, why not? Gustafsson's already been fraud checked. Mikhailov probably gonna get fraud checked. I'm down to see it. Run it. Not really much else to say there. And yeah, that's about that for this fight. Not really the most else to say. Again, Mikhailov did not look that good at all. Oban was actually looking very decent until he fucking got clinched and fucking put out to sleep. And yeah, what more can you really say? Good comeback from Mikhailov. I do think he'll get fraud checked when he fights better guys. And yeah, not really too much else to say there. Who should they fight next? For Mikhailov, I think him and Andreas Gustafsson would be fine. I wouldn't mind that at all. And then for Oban, I highly doubt he gets cut, so it really comes down to, are they going to feed him a can to get back on track, or are they done with him and are going to feed him to someone like Islam Dulatov or someone like that? Let's wait and see. And yeah, not really too much else to say there. Should be interesting. Let's see how long it takes for Mikhailov to get fraud checked. Good comeback here though, and yeah, good job, Obama. Keep doing your stupid pose, pretending to be Chael Sonnen when you're not 1% of the fighter he was, and yeah, not really much else to say there. I told y'all he was gonna win. Told y'all. Tapology don't listen. Good job, Mikhailov, even though you suck. Good job. And now we get to to the crappy middle of these prelims. Kind of the complete opposite of the early prelims. Early prelims, the middle was the best part, the ends were not great. For the prelims, the ends were the best part, and the middles were kind of shit. We shouldn't waste too much time here. These are going to be our time savers, this and a few main card fights. Let's get into it. Our back-to-back middleweight headliner. I'm so shocked the weight class that shitty had shitty fights. Who would have thunk it? And to begin with, the fight was that I might actually say it was better than out of the two, but neither was that good, so it's not a high bar. And we have in our second fight of the prelims, our first of the middleweight doubleheader, that both really sucked, to be honest. We had Jacob Malkoun versus Torres Finney. Well, just like last week, this is the fight I was very happy to be wrong about. And just like last week, the fight I was badly wrong about, the guy I picked got his ass beat. Yeah, not a whole lot to recap here. For 3 rounds, Jacob Malkoun beat the living shit out of Torres Finney. Yeah, this was not even competitive. Finney did try to strike. I'll give him props there. It's too bad he has no idea how to. Malkoun looked like fucking a world beater on the feet here, beating him every round. Round 1 beat him, round 2, Finney hurt his leg and was pretty much hobbled at that fucking point. Round 3, they should have, if Finney had a good coach, they would have stopped in between round 2 and 3, but they'd sent him out there to go get beat up again, and that's what he did. And, yeah, Jacob Malkoun wins a clean sweep, 30-27, 30-26. Fuck, I think you can go as low as 30-25. I won 30-27, I don't think there was a 10-8 in there, but I get the fucking debate for one. And, yeah, this was far from competitive, so what else am I really meant to say here? It was pure domination, which I love to watch. This can get dominated, and, God, I gotta start picking biasly again. But, yeah, very enjoyable to watch. Good shit, Malkoun being this bum. And, yeah, should have been stopped in between rounds, but, you know, why not send out the hobbled, gassed, shitty striker to go get beat up again, pretending he has any chance of a finish. Great fucking coaching, dickhead. Yeah, not very much else to say there. Don't need to show my scorecard, just, again, 30-27 easily. And, yeah, what else is there really to say? Let's talk about the fighters real quick. I'm not gonna waste much time here because I think both are garbage. Beginning with the winner here, Jacob Malkoun. First time in 2 years fighting, and getting a win. I still think he's fucking terrible, but he looked much better here. How old is he? Is he 32? 30? Yeah, I don't think he's good at all, but again, he looked good here. Probably the career best performance for him, to be honest. We'll see, if he can stay active and how far he goes. I'm not even gonna waste time giving him a fight idea, because I don't think he's good. But, you know, he did his thing here. Good for him. And, welcome back, I guess. He beat up Torres Finney, so I'll give you props for that. But, yeah, I still think he kind of sucks, and it's just Robert Whittaker's bag boy. But Robert Whittaker's bag boy beat the shit out of fucking Torres Finney, so what does that tell you? Welcome back. I'll definitely be picking against you more, because you suck, and, not very much else to say there. For the loser here, losing is the first O taken in 2026, I believe. You know, the bum Torres Finney. Again, I will give Torres a little bit of props for trying to strike here. It's just too bad he fucking sucks at it. I thought he was gonna spam takedowns and win like he did the first time against Valentin. Nope. Said he wanted to be a striker. This really just shows that they really did call the shittiest fighters possible for him to beat on Contender Series. One of them is in the next fight out, Poetic. Yeah, he sucks. I don't know what else to say. He has no striking ability. Probably should go down to welterweight, but I don't even know how he could or would. He's just not fucking good. And, yeah, very enjoyable to watch him get beat up. He's hurt, so hopefully I don't see him any fucking time soon. And, again, again, at least props for trying to strike. Too bad you have no fucking ability to do so. And, yeah, I don't know what to say. The little ball of muscle that could, or couldn't, I guess is a better way to put it. Happy you got beat up. Happy to take it out here. Can't complain. Yeah, not very much else to say outside of that. Again, I'm not wasting time giving Malkoon a fight idea. I don't give a fuck who he fights next. I think he's fucking terrible. And, what was I really meant to say there? So, very simple. Finney sucks. Malkoon, I still think sucks, but you know, good for him. He beat up Torres Finney. And, yeah, I'm happy to get a pick wrong here, so cool. God, I need to start picking biasly again. I would've got Gaethje and Malkoon right if I was picking biasly. Don't worry, I think I have one or two next week, so we'll see how badly those go. And, yeah, fine fight. Nothing terrible about it, but it wasn't really something I'd ever want to go back and rewatch. No, not really. I'd just fucking call out the coach for being shitty again. And, that's about the long and short of it, so not really much else to say. Not really much else to say there. Pretty, whatever. Ass beating. Happy to get it wrong, at least. Simple. And then we go from one shitty middleweight fight to one that was even worse, to be honest. And fuck, compared to fucking Malkoon, this actually makes a Malkoon fight look like it was a solid fight. And we have in our prelim co-main event a super can battle where both guys look terrible. They were pretty much trying to see who could look worse in this fight. We had in our prelim co-main our second middleweight fight in a row, and the end of the just was even worse in my opinion than the Malkoon fight. We had Cam Rouston versus Cody Brundage. Yeah, this fight was fucking garbage. I completely believe they were trying to see who could suck worse than the other. Rouston had struggles with Brundage in round one, got hurt once or twice. Fucking Brundage got hurt. It was a shit fight. I gave Rouston round one. Not fucking that clear, but pretty soundly. I'll show the scorecard, I don't give a fuck. Because I don't even fucking remember what I scored, to be honest. I think I gave Rouston round one. But even out to debate if you won a round against Cody Brundage would say a lot. Both had moments, both got hurt, whatever. Then in round two, Rouston started to take over, eventually ended up on top, and was able to ground and pound Brundage. Till the ref finally stopped it, and Rouston got the win. Yeah, this fight was terrible. Neither guy looked good. Rouston struggled with Cody Brundage. What am I meant to fucking say here? I truly don't know. I'm not really gonna waste much time here. Cody Brundage is still fucking garbage. Hopefully he finally gets cut, but I doubt it. Cam Rouston will get beat by any top 50 middleweight. Fuck, he lost Torres Finney. How low did that just age? Yeah, this fight was terrible. Brundage is garbage. Rouston will lose to anyone halfway competent in that division. I don't know. Terrible fucking fight between terrible fucking fighters. What else am I really meant to say? No fight idea, because I would rather give Malkoon a fight idea, because I think he deserved it more, and I'm not even giving him a fight idea. So what does that tell you? Yeah, this fight was garbage. These two suck, and, what am I meant to say? Brundage's ass. Rouston will lose to any top 50 middleweight, and, yeah, the can-off was won by Cody Brundage, because he lost, so, not much else to say. What a fucking joke. They really wanted us to believe Rouston's some prospect. That's fucking hilarious, man. Crazy how far being butt buddies with Izzy gets you. Oh wait, let's look at the co-main. We'll look at that soon. Terrible fight. Next. And then, speaking of people who for some reason UFC loves and won't get rid of after they lose every time, our featured prelim in the light heavyweight division. A fight that was actually a bit better than I thought it would be, but still ended how I thought it would, with the guy that always loses, losing. Now we got in our featured prelim that still should have never been a featured prelim. We had to end the prelims with a note, okay I guess. Billy Elakana versus Junior Tafa. So I'll say this, Tafa did much better than I thought he would. He dropped Elakana really bad early in the fight, making him fucking pretty much crumple, but he recovered really quickly and was able to survive round one. Tafa still clearly took it, but, you know, Elakana survived, which means Tafa was fucked. He gassed and couldn't throw as hard or keep up with Elakana as the fight continued, and Elakana was able to eventually use his fucking brain, take Tafa down, and submit him after a while. He did hurt his eye with a jab, I believe, so that helped. And, yeah, got the submission eventually. I think the same way Tuco Taco's won with a rear naked choke. And, yeah, pretty simple. Probably shouldn't have got dropped by Tafa in round one. Probably shouldn't, if you were gonna get a finish, probably shouldn't have waited till round two, but either way, good shit. I remember to say, Tafa lost. I'm fucking amazed that if they don't beat you with one punch and they lose like they always do. Who would have ever thunk it? And, yeah, not really too much else to say there. Fun round one. Tafa did better than expected, but like always, it ends the same way for Tafa's with a loss. Not very much else to say. I'll talk about the fighters. Beginning with the winner here, now on a 3-fight winning streak and some finishes in a row. Billy Elakana. You know, with how shit light heavyweight is, this guy's actually a top fucking 20 guy in the division at this point, I would say. I'm just confused how the fuck Bogdan Gushkov didn't get finishing if Junior Tafa can pretty much get this close to finishing you. Fuck even Ebo Aslan. How bad is Ebo? And again, why did Bogdan not finish him like that? But whatever. Elakana's very mid. If like a guy saying I even said this in a breakdown. If light heavyweight wasn't garbage, Elakana would be like the most mid guy possible. But with light heavyweight being garbage, he's actually like a top 20 guy in this division somehow. He's not awful with striking. It's fine against. I don't know how you got dropped that badly like Junior Tafa. And his grappling's really good. Cardio's fine. He's fine. Again, he's very average. Is there any part of this game where you're like, oh no, I can't go there? No. If you're a better striker, you're fine. If you're a better grappler, you're fine. But if you suck at something, the dude's gonna beat you there, so he's not bad at all. I'm not trying to shit on him, just being really honest. He's a jack of all trades and a master of none. He's fine. No, still shouldn't be getting dropped by that by Junior Tafa, but whatever, still have to win. And with he gonna fight for a top 15 spot next? Would I be that shocked? No. Do I think it's gonna happen? Probably not. But who knows? Who truly knows? Like, heavyweight's that bad. Why even be shocked to see how Elakana ranked at this point compared to some of the people in the top 15? No, fucking better than Alonzo Metafield and Shang Ming Yang. So we'll see, maybe we'll get that shot. And then someone you should take a shot for every time they lose, but you might be dead at that point. We have the loser and the opponent here, Junior Tafa. Are we finally fucking done with the Tafa experiment? Justin's gone, thank God. Junior's 2-5 now. Can we fucking just stop with this shit already? Tuivasa, I understand why you kept him around forever. What the fuck is the appeal of the Tafas? They're garbage. I'm pretty sure, I would not be shocked if their combined UFC record is like 5-10 or some shit. They are garbage. Do I think they're gonna cut Tafa? Probably not. But who knows, truly, who fucking knows. Dana loves them for some reason and will give them another chance as many times as they need. Even though you gave him Tuco Tacos and he couldn't win a fight, so I don't know who at light heavyweight you can give him that he'll beat, but they'll probably find it. And, or he'll just lose again, so I don't know. He's not good, obviously. He's better than Justin, but that says so little. It's not even goddamn funny. And, yeah, what was my right meant to say here? It's Tafa. He's fucking garbage. Next. The only thing I'll say now, God, it feels weird doing this after barely doing it all video, but, you know, gotta do it eventually. Only we'll do it a few more times. Only thing I'll say now is, of course, as always, kind of, who should they fight next? Falicana, who, again, could actually make a case for a top 15 shot, even though I'm gonna say it's very unlikely he gets it. But with how shallow the division is, maybe. Let's take a look at who's in the weight class then, and he could maybe fight. Obviously none of these guys, they'd be step backwards. Not Yakiayev, don't feed him to a prospect for no reason. I thought Baldiev would be alright, but I don't really I don't really agree with the idea behind that. I don't hate him and Jimmy Crute, and I would actually definitely pick Alicana to win that fight, to be honest. Yeah, I would say it's probably, unless you give him Menafield or Zhang, which I doubt, I don't hate the Crute idea at all. Again, Salty Baldiev can probably fight another can before you really put him. Again, I'm fine with seeing him fight Tuco Tacos, I said that months ago. For Alicana, I don't mind him against Jimmy Crute. Crute pulled out of this card. He's going to be out for, you know, he is going to be out for a while, so that might be the one issue with that. Do we do Alicana and Menafield? I'm not against it. It's Menafield or Crute, and with how long Crute might be out for, it probably leans more as logical to give him Menafield, unless, again, you give him a step backwards like any of these guys, or Salty Baldiev, which would kind of be stupid because you're going to kill off a actual okay prospect in the division. God, this division's so fucking shallow. At least a lot of people are booked at the moment. Alicana and Menafield? Would anyone be opposed to that? I'm fine with it, I guess. I don't really see an issue. It's that or waiting for Crute, and again, who knows how long Crute's gonna be out, so yeah, fuck it, along for Menafield and give Billy Alicana a top 15 shot against Menafield. Why the fuck not? Why not? I don't fuck it. 3 in a row. That's I think maybe the best winning streak anyone actually has in the division at the moment. I think not counting these guys who are obviously undefeated but one win in the UFC. That might be the longest winning streak anyone actually has in this fucking division. Yeah, Navajo had 3, but he's not allowed to get a top 15 shot for some reason. Why the fuck is he fighting Bruno Lopez? Jacoby's won 3 in a row after next week. It's a few top 15 guys have a good streak, so fuck it, Alicana and Menafield, why not? Book it for middle of the year. Menafield will probably be back soon. He didn't take too much damage against Volkan, and Alicana took a little bit of damage here, but not a lot. Let's run it. I would honestly pick Alicana in that fight. Fuck it, why not? Alicana, Menafield. Why not? Unless Crute's gonna be back sometime this year in a reasonable time, which I doubt. Let's do Alicana and Menafield. Never thought Billy Alicana would be fighting for a top 15 spot, but here we fucking are, I guess. And, yeah, there you go. Not really much else to say about this fight. I'm so shocked Junior Tafa got beat. I'm mad shocked he did as good as he did in this fight, so I'll give him that much. But, overall, yeah, he fucking sucks. And, yeah, not really too much else to say there. Good one for Alicana, 3 in a row. Get him a top 15 shot. What do you really got to lose? That's who he should fight next. Alonzo Metafield. Again, why not? So, not really too much else to say there. Tafa sucking over, hopefully over the Tafa love by the UFC. Get the fuck out, you bum fucks. And Alicana, is he gonna be top 15 still? I think he'd beat Alonzo Metafield or Zhang Mingyang. Let's see it. Not really much else to say. Flying one for Alicana to end the prelims in a fight that was And yeah, not really much else to say there. And yeah, that was the prelims. Like I said, the opposite of the early prelims. The beginning and end were decent, the middle sucked. Even the Malkoun fight was okay. Really, this was just fucking dreadful. Yeah, not great. Mikhailov and Alicana were fine. Malkoun was watchable. Ralston was fucking terrible. Not great by any means, but, you know, combined the 8 prelims, more good than bad, but the bad was really bad, so I don't know. It was far from anything noteworthy, anything that's higher than most Apex cards, and yeah, not a great way to lead in the main card, but it does actually get luckier because the main card sucked too, so not talking about it. I've got already an hour and 16 in. Good thing these don't have a lot of talking to do about them, so let's talk about them. The beginning was the main card opener. That was barely a fight, if we're being honest. Even though it didn't end in a murder, as I was almost predicting, it was just not competitive, even though he didn't strike for him. It was just I thought what would be a not competitive striking match was a not competitive grappling match. Now we had in our main card opener to start UFC 325, a main card from hell, because it was so bad. This was okay, I guess. A little disappointing, to be honest. Yeah, to begin the card with the lightweight showcase on this main card, you know, most of it sucked. This was, again, we had Quillen Salkilled versus Jamie Malarkey. Not really much to say about this fight. The long and short of it is Salkilled literally used this fight just to practice his wrestling. He didn't really strike with Jamie at all, going right into the grappling. After 3 minutes, he ended up on his back, got her a naked choke, and won. He literally used this fight to practice his grappling. That's so fucked up and funny, and almost impressive at the same time. Disappointing, because I think we all want to see a brutal knockout, but at the same time, why risk taking any damage? Especially when there's a co-main event slot open for 326, which we'll talk about in a second. Yeah, why fucking risk anything? Just get a quick, easy win. Don't really hurt the guy too much. Yeah, leave with as few of scratches as possible. Practice your grappling, which we haven't really seen in the UFC yet. Aside from the Ash Moose fight, but we can overlook that one because of his weakest performance. And yeah, good shit. Flawless victory. Ran through him like nothing. As they were saying, literally the fight, nothing changed here. It was as easy as we all thought it would be. Easy lock of the night was an easy lock of the night. You didn't, Gutierrez. Thank you. And simple. What is there to really say? About the long and short of it. To talk about the fighters real quick, even though nothing really has to be talked about. For Quillen, nothing has changed. He's still the best prospect at lightweight, one of the best in the UFC, if not the best in the UFC. 4-0 now. Phenomenal. Should get a ranked fight. I still say his floor is a top 10 guy in the division. He's phenomenal. Next. He literally has to use this fight to practice his grappling. That's how fucking good he is. Jesus. For the opponent, poor Jamie Malarkey. he got some main card spotlight. Too bad it lasted 3 minutes, no, but at least he didn't leave any really nicks or knacks either on his face, so good for him. Heal up, you didn't take any damage. And, yeah, we'll see him probably within a few months. Respect for stepping in, not gonna cut him. He was coming off a win going into this anyway. Yeah, good shit. I don't know what else to say. You never had a chance in this fight, and you got the best outcome of it. Good job. With that being said, the only thing left to say now is, who should they fight next? For Quillen Sal killed. How perfect is it that there is a co-main event slot that just opened up thanks to a certain T-City pulling out. If I may show this for a second. Did I not click it? There we go. I clicked it the first time, but I guess we can just pretend I didn't. Any day now, I'm trying to be cool. So, how fucking perfect is that there was a fight that just got cancelled for 326, and now a certain ranked top 15 guy needs an opponent? My fight idea, Sal killed Moicano, 326. Moicano staying on the card, more than likely. He needs an opponent. Why not fucking Sal kill the guy who's the most deserving unranked guy for a top 15 shot? I said this should have been the fight after the Nazareth win. Why not? Dude took no damage. I did see something that said Ribovics and Moicano accepted to fight each other after. I think the UFC is probably was waiting to see how Sal killed looked tonight before they officially did anything. And now Sal killed looking flawless, taking no damage. I see no reason not to do Moicano and fucking Sal killed when it shouldn't be the co-main. This should be the co-main, and probably will be, but I see no reason not to do it, so do it. Moicano, Sal killed 326. Why not? I see literally no reason not to do it. It's a layup for Sal killed. Get him in the top 15. You get him a big name on his record. Book him. What else can I really say? And for Malarkey, give him a nice Apex fight against someone pretty shitty. Or feed him to another fucking wolf, whatever one you want to do. Not very much else than that. Give him a layup like you did with Bedoya. Come on, be nice. And, yeah, not really too much else to say there. Sal killed literally just used poor Jamie to practice grappling, which is still beyond fucked up. And, yeah, simple. Not much to say. Took no damage. And again, with a fight slot opening up on 326, and Moicano would be perfect, so maybe you should book that. If that got booked within this week, between Tuesday and Thursday, I would not be shocked at all. So maybe book it. And, not really much else to say. This kid's great. I think he's destined to end the year in the top 10 of the division. Maybe even top 5. Be really good. Give him Moicano at 326. Not really much else to say. Kid's legit. You didn't Gutierrez it. You won as easily as you should have. Still wish you had a knockout, but a little grappling practice never hurts. What else can you really say? And then after that, I'm not even clicking on this fight. I have so little respect for it. I'll just get this shit out of the way now. Taoshin Teixeira versus Tai Tuivasa. This might be the worst fight I've ever goddamn seen in my life. They were both gassed after round 1. Tuivasa gassed in round 1. Teixeira's fucking garbage. Tuivasa's finally getting cut. Teixeira clearly won 29-28. Awful fight, the worst I've ever fucking seen, or it's definitely up there. Yeah, this was a poor excuse for a fight. This is everything wrong with heavyweight. I'm still more than okay with getting rid of heavyweight at this point. Trade them all for Dakota Ditchovich. Got at least these jabronis in the trade. And, yeah, one of the most pathetic excuses for whatever I've seen in my life. You two should be ashamed of your fucking selves. and the UFC should be ashamed of putting that in front of people on a main card or on any card. Awful, disgusting, waste of time, disrespectful to the sport. That was garbage. You two should be ashamed, and so should the UFC. One of the worst fights I've ever seen in my life. Kimbo and Dada was a better fight. Let that sink in. And then it doesn't get better. I get more pissed off. If I wasn't pissed off enough in the Royal Rumble and other shit, now let me get more pissed off. Let's not waste too much time here. As we had in our featured bout of the main card. Yeah, I got this wrong, but yeah, I'm not shocked. And dude fucking sucked. Hey, the odds did change for the worse. We had in our featured bout of the main card, Mauricio Rufy versus Rafael Fiziev. Oh boy. Well, yeah, I fucked this up in every which way. Yeah, Fiziev sucks. Yeah, shitty fight till Rufy clipped him and knocked him out. And simple as that. They traded soft punches until someone finally threw something and Fiziev got knocked out. There you go, recap. I'm not gonna waste much time here, this just pisses me off. Fiziev is garbage. I've always thought he's overrated, and this just confirms it. At least we can now finally stop pretending Rafael Fiziev is a top lightweight when he never fucking was. I'm sorry, beating RDA and Moicano 4 years ago and doing nothing since it does not make you a top lightweight. He's always been overrated, and if this fight didn't prove, I don't know what can. For Rufy, I still say he's a fucking fraud bum, but you know, he beat Rafael Fiziev, how fucking impressive. He will get beat by anyone who actually knows how to shoot a fucking takedown. Fiziev handed him this fight because he has pride. I can't grapple, durr. You fucking moron. Yeah, Fiziev could have won this fight easily if he shot a takedown, but I guess that takes using more than one IQ point, you dumb son of a bitch. Fiziev's an idiot. Rufy's shit. I don't give a fuck who Rufy fights next. Fucking feed Dan Hooker to him. I don't care. I'm trying to think of the fucking top 15. Oh, whatever. Who cares? I even have it open. I still don't want to fucking look at it. He doesn't deserve it. He sucks. They both suck. You're always been overrated and never a top 15 guy, and you're too stupid to shoot a takedown. You just fucking suck. Whatever, I don't care. Next. Doesn't get better. And a little bit. And we go from that shitty lightweight fight to a fight that was more competitive than it should have been. As we head to our co-main event of the evening. It was the second least offensive fight on the main card. I was not that insulted by this, but I still think the performance of the winner was pretty piss poor. And we had in the co-main event of the evening, the other lightweight fight on the card, the one that was meant to be the best and was the middle. We had in the co-main, Benoit Saint-Denis versus Dan Hooker. Yeah, this was not great. For some reason, Benoit struggled in this fight, losing round 1 to Hooker. No idea how judges are giving Benoit that round when there's no fucking way he won that round. He didn't do much. Yeah, I think Hooker dropped him or anything, but I don't really see a world where Hooker won that round or Hooker lost that round. Wow, people are stupid. Either way, not like it mattered. Got to round 2, Benoit started to take over, got him down. For some reason, wanted to submit him more than just ground and pound his skull into the fucking mat. When he finally learned, oh yeah, I can get a ground and pound win, guess what? He ground and pounded him into the goddamn mat and won. You dumb shit. Herb Dean wanted to see Hooker's brain matter across the goddamn cage because he took 1,000 shots before he stopped it. But he finally did, and Benoit got the TKO. Shocker. What am I really meant to say here? Benoit looked subpar against. He struggled against a guy who fucking. He struggled more than Arman did, for fuck's sake. Not saying he's better than Arman, he's not. Arman would beat the shit out of Benoit, but still, why did you struggle here? And Hooker is not good. I don't know what it really is to say here. I'll fucking click on their profiles, talk about them real quick, even though I don't think either deserve it. But I will. For Benoit, now 4 in a row against bottom of the barrel competition. Fraud. Yeah, I'm still not sold on the Benoit train. He's not a top lightweight. He never fucking will be. He would get fucking annihilated by Charles, Max, Gaethje, Ilya, fucking Arman, and fuck, I would even take fucking Kwon Salko I'd take Salko to beat all 4 of the lightweights higher up on the card than him easily. Yeah, he's really benefiting off bad opponents, and good for him, man, good for you. You're gonna get exposed again real quickly like you did before, and no one should be shocked, but they will be. Guess who won't be? Me. And then for Hangman, this fucking dork. Can't we all just admit an obvious fact that Dustin Poirier made this man's career? Take away that Poirier fight, what the fuck is Hooker's legacy? A below average, okay lightweight, whose best wins are a Paul Felder when he might have lost, Gamrot, Jalen Turner, Nadra, and Ally Quinta. The dude lost to every decent guy he's ever really fought, and even some shittier ones. This guy's not good. I'm not saying he should have been cut, but he never should have been in the top 15 for this long. But again, being friends with Izzy gets you far, and it got him to, his career was built off being friends with Izzy and all those guys in the Dustin Poirier fight, which was phenomenal, but take that away, what the fuck is his legacy? So, I don't know, he's never been a top guy at lightweight, we can all fucking admit it, and, yeah, I don't think they're gonna cut him yet. One more loss, probably. I think he's gonna take some time off. Probably be back later in the year to lose one more time. And that'll be that for Hooker. I still think he's perfect for BKFC or DBX. Probably BKFC more than likely. And yeah, we can all stop pretending. Just like Fiziev, and I think Fiziev is more of a top guy than Hooker ever was. But for Hooker, we can finally stop pretending he was ever a top guy. Because, again, take away that Poirier fight. What the fuck is his legacy? Exactly. With that being said, do I have a fight idea for Benoit? I'll look. Well, we can be fucking honest. We already know they're not gonna have him fight Patty because they don't want Patty to die. Gamrot would almost be a step backwards at this point. I have him the backup for Charles and Max. I would have him fight the loser of Max and Charles, to be honest. I think that'd make the most sense. So, yeah, do that. Have him fight the loser of that fight. I guess the obvious one would be Arman, but that fight wouldn't make a lick of fucking sense. So, maybe they do that. I wouldn't mind it, but I don't see a point. So, just have Benoit fight the loser of Max Charles. I think that'd be fine. And, yeah, do that. I don't know. Not really too much to say there. So, yeah, for Hooker, take some time off and then feed him to fucking Torres, Ziam, Ribovic, Salkild, whoever. Simple. Not much else to say. At least Hooker didn't get headbutted at the weigh-ins, but fuck, he got elbowed 1,000 times. I don't know which was worse. And, yeah, not really much else to say. Benoit sits on a winning streak of cans. Still don't think he's a top guy, and he never will be. Hooker, Dustin Poirier made his career, and outside of that, not really much else to say. Why did you struggle against Dan Hooker? that's a bad look. Not like Benoit has good looks. And any of his, Benil fight was pretty easy. Besides that, he is the same guy who struggled against Kyle Prepelic, so shocker. And who should he fight next? I'm fine with Benoit fighting the loser of Charles Max if they don't retire. Have Benoit fight him, and yeah, not really much else to say there. Simple. Nah, would be Max and Benoit would be a fucking banger, so I'd be down to see it. Charles, I would be worried, so but we'll see. Not much else to say there. Good job, you beat Dan Hooker. You want a fucking cookie? Your winning streak sucks. Next. Oh, sucks. What a perfect word to say for when to go into our last fight of the night, our main event that everyone said sucked the first time, and shocker, it sucked again. As we have in our main event of the evening, a fight that was worse than it was the first time somehow. In the main event at UFC 325, our first real title fight of the year at least, for the undisputed UFC Featherweight Championship of the world. No, this ain't a rerun from last year. This was a different fight, even though it didn't look it. And actually, it was worse. We had to end the night on a fucking low note. We all knew it would be. Alexander Volkanovski versus Diego Lopez. How the fuck was this worse than the first one? That's actually fucking incredible that this was worse than the first one. Yeah, Volk easily beat him again. Do I need to explain much more? Round 1, 3, 4, round 1, 3, and 4, he pretty much did the same thing as the first fight. Not really much change. So, already clearly won 3-1 there. Round 2 was Diego's best round to fight. You can give him that round. And then round 5 was close, most likely a Volk round, but if you want to give that to Diego, sure. Being generous, you can go 3-2 for Volk. I say 4-1. What did two judges say? One judge said for 50-45. I don't agree with that at all. I'm not giving Diego a round. It's fucking crazy, but whatever. And yeah, pretty sound fucking win for Volk in another boring fight where he mainly just ran away the whole time. Oh boy. Yeah, this was worse than the first fight. The first fight had a few fun moments, but even that fight sucked. This was worse. It's just the only moments that are any bit memorable are Diego almost getting a few submissions like an armbar or a guillotine or a rear naked choke. Volk landed a big right hand, and yeah, that was about it. The rest was Volk running away and being the better striker, as Diego was gun shy as fuck again. But what is there to fucking say? Still, this fight going exactly as it did proved everyone right, me included, who said this should be Lerone or Evloev or anyone fucking else. And, yeah, what else can I really fucking say? It was the exact same fight, just a little shittier. Yeah, simple. Next. To talk about the fighters, not much to say for them really either. There's still champ, the greatest featherweight of all time, Volkanovski, and still and again. Good for him. It sucks that he's boring now, but good for him. Fight Lerone. If you're not gonna retire, which he didn't, fight Lerone and go from there. What else am I really meant to say? Yeah, it sucks that he's boring now, but not like Volk was the most exciting fighter before, but for him to be like really boring point fighter now is so lame. But whatever, that's Volk now. He's still great. He's still one of the best on the roster, and yeah, see how many more times we get to see him. Hopefully he can have one more good fight before he fucking retires, because tonight was not it. And yeah, it sucks that he's a boring point fighter now, but If that's all you had to do to beat Diego, sure, why not? If Diego's not gonna get better from the first fight, why should Volk change anything? I can't honestly. I struggle to blame him a bit. Still gonna call it boring and running away, but why change anything if Diego ain't going to? Pretty simple. Fight Lerone, goddammit. And then for Diego, the man who cannot beat Volkanovski. Don't feel bad, neither could Max. Yeah, why did this dude just shit the bed against Volk? Like, against everyone else, he's an aggressive, like, high-paced fucking attacker. But for some reason, against Volk, he is gun-shy and fucking lame. I don't get it. Does he not understand that he's never gonna win a fucking point, like, technical battle against Volk? Like, I don't get why he's so fucking gun-shy and fucking scared to trade with Volk, but whatever, that's Diego's choice now. He's 0-2 against him. He's still the second best featherweight in the world right now, and I'm not gonna peer otherwise. He would still beat Evloev, Sterling, blah 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 blah. And yeah, he's still good, but for some reason he just can't beat Volk, so he'll bounce back later in the year against somebody we'll talk about in a second. I still say Diego will be a champion one day. He's too good not to be. And, yeah, I kind of feel like UFC fucked him over here to an extent, because they knew he was not going to win this fight or get better. But whatever. What can you really fucking do? I'm not going to say no to a title fight that you don't fucking deserve. And, yeah, still don't know how he looked worse. For some reason, he's just gun-shy as fuck. I don't get it. I don't think anyone gets it, but that's Diego. Maybe he gets it. I don't. No one else does. I don't know. But I think he will be champ someday. Well, there's definitely a day when Volk is not there to beat him, so maybe next time he'll bounce back. He's still the second best featherweight, and just can't beat Volk. With that being said, the only thing left to say now is, of course, the final one of the night being, who should they fight next? For Volk, obviously it's Lerone Murphy, not even a fucking debate, don't even need to explain that one. For Diego, have him fight Sterling. I don't see any reason not to do that. Or Evloev, even if you want to do that, but I doubt it. Have him fight Sterling, I see no reason not to. Gene fights Yair. Diego fights Sterling, Lerone fights Volk. No one cares what Evloev does. Sounds good. Pretty simple. Maybe, we'll see what they do. But, yeah, or again, maybe do Diego Evloev too, but if you were going to do that, you should have done it tonight. But, whatever. Yeah, I'd say Diego and Sterling. Sure, why not? Gene fights Yair. Gene will fight the winner of Lerone and Volk, and, go from there, so. Not really much else to say. Pretty fucking self-explanatory. And, yeah. Unless they fucking do Evloev and Lerone and they let Volk sit on his ass for a fucking year again, maybe Diego will be fighting him the third time before you know it. But I mean, I guess that doesn't happen, so. Like I said, Volk versus Lerone and Diego versus Sterling. Pretty simple. Easy one for Diego to get back on track. Volk and Lerone, that's tough. That's very tough. See how that goes. And, yeah, not really too much else to say there. With that being said, not really too much else to say about this fight. It was not good. No idea how it got fired tonight again when the first one was even bad, but it was better. Sorry, I'm fucking allergic to bad fights. Yeah, shit fight, even worse than the first. Diego's gun-shy for some reason again, and Volk is a point fighter. Yay. Fight ideas, Volk versus Lerone and Diego versus Sterling. Makes sense, book it. Not really much else to say. Yeah, shitty main event, proved everything I said and many said about it to a T to be true. And, again, this should have been Lerone and Volk. No hate to Diego, because it's not his fault the UFC's fucking stupid, but he never should have been here in a rematch. and he looked even worse. Shitty main event, cap off a shitty card. Who would have predicted a fight that was shitty the first time be shitty a second time? Oh yeah, everybody. And with that being said, finally we can say, boom, that was the card. To go how I did on picks. I went 9 of 13, or 8, or what, so if you say this was a draw, I went 8-4-1, and if you say you saw one, then I went 9-4, so I'll take either one. 3 perfect, 490, I'll take it, cool, I'm happy with that, can't complain. The bonuses for the card went to Fight of the Night, Diego Volk, bullshit, Prawns of the Night, Rufy, and Sal killed. I would have given Nakamura and the Caliph bonuses before Rufy and Sal killed, but whatever, UFC's fucking dumb. God, I'm happy I got this wrong. I gotta be biased again, god damn it. If you missed a card, what should I say? You should go back and re-watch. That's a tough question. Nakamura, I get Nakamura for sure. Louis, if you want, that's a debatable one. Fan, I would say so, why not? That was fun. Nope. Yeah, I'll rewatch that. No. If you really want to, I don't know if I would. Sure, it's short. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. And no. Meh. God, no. Now, the only thing that I would say for sure you should rewatch are Nakamura, McAuliffe, Sal killed, and Benoit, I guess. Those 4 were fine. Louis, Fan, Alicana, Rufy, if you want, and skip the rest. Don't watch the main event. If you saw the first fight, you saw the second fight, just a better version of the second fight. And, yeah, don't waste your fucking time, trust me. Second to last, and our favorite segment of all, the chopping block. Do we actually have a head on the block or two this week? Yes, we do, and of course it's Tai Tuivasa being one of them. Is there more than that? I would probably say no. Yuza, no. Oban, no. Torres, no. Brundage and Tafa. Wishful thinking, but I fucking doubt it. Malarkey, no. And then none of you. So, yeah, Tuivasa for sure. Not really a fucking debate there. 6 in a row. Enough said. Get your fat ass out of here. You were fun at one point, we all loved you. Now it's just like, why the fuck are you still here, you fat fuck? Yeah, get the fuck out. Not very much else to fucking say there. Yeah, simple. Not much. Simple. Bye-bye. First block member of the year is someone who should have been cut 2 years ago. Sorry, Ty. As you know, I'm not. Fuck off. And finally, what would I rate UFC 325? What did I think of it? I'll give it a... Fuck. 4.4 out of 10. It was pretty terrible. 324 was much better. The only things bringing this card up to that high of a score are Nakamura, Fan was alright, McAuliffe was alright, Alcon was okay, Sal killed, about it. Benoit, I guess. Everything else kind of, everything else was either forgettable shit or a robbery. I'm being very generous if a 4.4 out of 10, to be honest. I could go as low as a 3 and I wouldn't feel bad, so I'll go 4.4 out of 10. Maybe I'm in a good mood, maybe I'm generous, I don't fucking know. But yeah, I'll say 4.4 out of 10. 5.1 out of 10 was last week and it was much better, so there you go, 4.4 out of 10. pretty shitty, and yeah, not good. And yeah, not a great way to end January's slate of fights. Two pretty bad pay-per-views back to back. Not a great way to start the year. Hopefully the UFC can wake the fuck up. And then you remember, it's an Apex card next week, and that will actually probably be better than these last two cards. So yeah, we'll see. Yeah, but next week, UFC Vegas, whatever the fuck, Bautista versus Oliveira. That card is okay. It has some good qualities, some bad ordering. Should be alright. Breakdown on Friday, recap on Sunday. That should be fun. Can't be as boring as this piece of shit. And yeah, see what happens. Not really too much else to say there. This card was not good, and I'm more than happy to get it off my fucking screen already, so let's fucking do that. Bad card, bad way to end January. Hopefully February's better. Time for some fight nights. Pay-per-views are done till March, probably for the better it would seem. And let's see what the Meta Apex has for us next week. Oh joy. That being said, can't really do anything else to say. Can I talk any more shit about this card? Don't really feel like it. I'm tired of looking at it. Yeah, get off my fucking screen. Talk about next week. Gonna be live Tuesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Maybe Thursday, depending on what happens at the NBA trade deadline. Shorts and fucking throughout the week. And yeah, I'm gonna breakdown recap, same time as always, well, same day as always, and there's that, so, can't really do anything else to say. I'm tired of talking about this card, so let's fucking get out of here by saying, as always, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, comment, subscribe to it so to go by the end of 2026. And as always, I'm going to say something which I don't believe I am. The only thing left to say before we get out of this bitch is, of course, as always, Aussies, you deserve better. RX. Out. Good vibes. Only. And. Always. Mate.